Recently, Atlanta Hawks Trae Young sounded off on the impact Warrior star Stephen Curry has had on him. Trae Young is surely not the only one who is inspired by Curry's infamous talents and mindset, but they might have a special bond. And did you know that Steph was Young's childhood icon player, watching his games and supporting him? Well, join us to see everything Young said of the legendary NBA player. Let's get started. 22-year-old Atlanta Hawks point guard Trae Young posted a video of himself working out in the gym on social media. The caption read, "I mean, the world's in denial, but they all know where I'm headed for. Hashtag up a notch." Eagle-eyed viewers spotted Brandon Payne in the background throughout the video. And you know who Payne is, right? Yeah, he is Steph Curry's personal performance and skill coach. The trainer has worked with the NBA champion for over a decade. And of course, everyone wanted to find out why was Young working with Curry's personal trainer. For now, the Hawks will take Trae Young getting in some offseason floor work with Steph Curry. During Game 4 of the Hawks playoff series versus the Heat, retired NBA veteran turned analyst Jim Jackson pleaded with the Hawks to get Young moving off of the ball more a la Curry. The beautiful thing about Steph is that you can play Steph off the ball. He's willing to give it up because you have a playmaker like Draymond, Jordan Poole up top that can facilitate the offense, which makes it easier for Steph to be Steph. You're asking Trae to handle everything, and he's going to be less efficient of a player until he finds playmakers to play him off the ball a little bit, he said. Fans were treated to the chance of seeing Steph Curry, Trae Young, Pascal Siakam, Scottie Barnes, and Michael Porter Jr. all work out together at UCLA. Steph Curry and Trae Young in particular have been a dream pairing that NBA fans have been clamoring for. Some have looked at Trae as the next coming of Steph Curry, so it's always fun to see a moment where the present meets the future. One interesting detail to note in this video is seeing how good Michael Porter Jr. looks. If the Denver Nuggets want to have any chance at competing for an NBA championship, they'll need their young player to be available and healthy. With the way this season is shaping up, there will be multiple contenders in the West, ranging from the Golden State Warriors, LA Clippers, Denver Nuggets, and potentially the Phoenix Suns. It is great to see Steph Curry already back in a gym, getting ready for next season, and it is even greater to see him with the people he is working out with. There is almost no argument when discussing Steph Curry and Trae Young as two of the best shooters in the game today. After working out together over the offseason, Curry and Young will suit up against each other for the first time in the regular season on January 2nd at San Francisco's Chase Center. Curry and the Warriors will travel to meet Young's Hawks on March 17th in Atlanta. During an interview with Vincent Goodwill of Yahoo Sports, Young admitted that he grew up watching Curry and said that he set the standard. Goodwill told him that he saw Young's posts on Instagram where he had workouts with Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving, and he was curious to find out what is the motivation behind getting with some of those upper echelon guards. Trae said that he is always going to take every opportunity to learn from the league's best point guards. He said, "I'm a student of the game, so I'm just always trying to learn and trying to get better. Every summer, I really dedicate that time to getting better, and anytime I'm able to be in the gym or I get asked the opportunity to go spend some time with some of these guys, I'm always going to jump up and go do it because I want to be a better basketball player. I was able to have the opportunity to go work out and get in some runs with some of these guys, and I was able to learn some things, so it was good." And Vincent had a really intriguing question about the archetype that people have always compared Trae with Steph Curry. He asked Young, "What was inspiring for you to see him go back and get back to the mountaintop and do it the way he did it?" "Yeah, it was just as fine as when he won his first one by himself with KT, and I was in middle school and high school back then. So I remember being a kid, watching him back then, and then just being a fan then and now. Being in the league, going against him, I think our games are different, but they're similar in certain areas, and I definitely want to be a champion. So he's set the standard," Trae explained. So while Young is very much his own person, learning from Curry has undoubtedly helped shape him into the player that he is today. On the big podcast with Shaq, Young said that he will even overtake Curry as the NBA's best shooter. "I'm just being honest. I work too hard," he said. Young did say earlier in the show that Curry has done crazy things and put up crazy numbers, but that's exactly what he strives to do in the NBA. In fact, he's already doing it. Young is one of the great young legends in the NBA today. He has averaged 25.3 points, 9.1 assists, and 3.9 rebounds throughout 4 seasons, earning 2 trips to the NBA All-Star Game. He has also led the Hawks to 2 consecutive appearances in the NBA playoffs and had Atlanta within 2 wins of the NBA Finals a season ago. Many thought that Young could never succeed on the NBA level. He's already proved those doubters wrong. One thing about Young is that he knows how to score. Coming out of Oklahoma, Young led the nation in points, assists, points per game, assists per game, and assist percentage. Young displayed how talented he was in his first year of college basketball. He only needed a year to make a name for himself in the NBA world. Back when he was coming off of a rookie season, the former Oklahoma Sooner worked with the late Kobe Bryant. The Black Mamba is known as one of the biggest mid-range threats of all time, particularly from the second half of his Hall of Fame career. Young trained with Kobe in 2019 to work on his mid-range game, and his increase came a year after his time with Kobe, as he attempted 36 more mid-range shots in his third season than in his second. Young is literally so much more than just a basketball player. Since joining the Hawks in 2018, the Oklahoma product has been highly active in the Atlanta community, work that earned him an NBA Cares Community Assist Award this past season. He won that particular award for his work with Silence the Shame, an organization focused on eliminating the stigma surrounding mental health. The issue of mental health has long been important to Young, so much so that it inspired him to start the Trae Young Family Foundation in 2019. The foundation's goal is to educate people on mental health problems, specifically those that stem from social media and cyberbullying. When he was asked how did the idea for the foundation come about, he said that it all started when he was 18 or 19 years old. For me, it really started with being an 18 or 19-year-old going through college and having to really experience both sides of mental health. Having good days, but then obviously having bad days too. So when I was thinking about what I wanted to do for my foundation, I thought this would be the best thing because it directly correlated with what I was going through. So it's a topic I really thought was important. And these last few years, everybody has been really focusing on it even more. It's a big topic of discussion nowadays, and for me personally, it was a big thing for me going through college. So whenever I got to the league, it was an easy decision to have it focused around this topic, he said. After all, Trae Young has all the potential to become even better than he is today. Knicks president Steve Mills paid him some big compliments by saying he's a little bit bigger than he looked on the court. A little bit bigger, but he's an intriguing talent. You look at what Young did with the players he had around him and what he was doing at the start of the season, you have to say this guy has the chance to be a special player. So what do you think about Trae Young? Do you believe that one day Trae will overshadow Curry? Let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below.